this one. What is that? Okay, now we should have some audio playing. Hopefully, let's see if it's working. Checking to see if... Okay. I can see the screen and hear you. Perfect. Okay. You should be good to go with Ark Nova. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
Okay. So we're basically trying to build and manage a zoo. Mostly build. There's not a lot of management to the zoo. And so we are going to be putting these enclosures, it'll sound familiar from Dinosaur Island, onto our zoo boards. We each have a zoo board that is different, and we both have a special ability, which I'll talk about in a little bit. We're going to be acquiring cards. Some of them are going to be animal cards. Some of them are going to be sponsorships and things like that for us to be able to add to our zoo. And we're going to be adding kiosks and little vending machines that are basically mostly points and or money end of game and during the game. And we're going to be making partnerships with other continents, which are what these tiles are for here, because some animals have continent requirements to have support in your zoo in order for that to work. The game isn't really played over a specific number of rounds. It doesn't have traditional rounds. The way the rounds work is there is this break, and this is a little... It took me forever to figure out this was a coffee cup.
Oh, yes, I see it.
Once you see it, you see it. But basically there's things we will do in the game that will move this way. And then we will trigger the break. We'll go through kind of an end round cleanup phase, and then this will go back. And that'll cycle at different timings throughout the game. And what'll happen is to trigger the end of the game, and I always forget the names of these two tracks, so hang on, let me get the name of the tracks. Okay, I've played this, I don't know how many times. So the tickets are appeal. So this is the appeal track around the board, and they're numbered 1 through 113. And then the green are your conservation points. So over the course of the game, you're going to gain appeal and conservation. And as I gain conservation on this track, we just basically move along these green spaces here. And at some point, I'm going to end up with a certain amount of conservation. And my appeal, ideally, is going to catch up and either be on the same or pass that conservation track. When that happens, as soon as a player equals or exceeds, that triggers the end of the game. The remaining players who didn't trigger it will get one more turn. The break can trigger it because you can score appeal and
move yourself
during the break based on cards. If the break triggers it, then all players get one more turn until the end of the game. And the way these end game points work here is you take your conservation and you look at the lowest appeal value in it, and then you subtract 61 from 69, and that's how many points you have.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different, right?
Okay.
Now, the thing to kind of keep in mind about that is, let's say I only got to here and you triggered the end of the game and that's all I could do.
Points.
You can't win. You can't win with negative points on this track. So you have to at least equal or get past, right? So that's how the points work for that. This is a reputation, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but you'll also end up moving up a reputation track. So the way the actions work is you have 5 action cards. And I'm just going to talk about each one because that will then force us to talk about details of cards and things like that. So we'll just start with build, because you're probably going to be building first at some point, otherwise you can't gain animals. So I'm going to put this here. So for example, your cards are going to be underneath here like this. And if I want to take the build action, I slide this out from underneath, and it's got a value of 2 to trigger it, right? So that means that if I have a For example, if I were going to play this here, we'll talk about placement rules later, then it would cost me 4 to play that because it's 2 per space, and that's a 2, so it takes up that many spaces. It's basically what that means. You cannot cover up rocks. You can't cover up water. You can cover up all the other symbols that show up on the zoo map. And when you cover up the ones that are in yellow, you gain that reward, and we can talk about what each of them are. The spaces with the level 2 building on them cannot be covered up until or unless you've upgraded your build card to level 2. Then you can start placing them on there. I want to look for one clarification thing real quick on building placement. So buildings also have to be built adjacent to an existing one. One edge has to cover it. You can only build on empty spaces. A kiosk always has to be at least 3 spaces from every other kiosk. And you can kind of see that down here at the bottom. It says kiosk, and then it has a number. Somewhere on here it showed, it used to say that it has to be 3 away. Maybe I'm mistaken. Oh, yeah, it's right here. It has to be at least 3 away. It has to be 2 spaces in between. If you cannot build the desired building on your zoo map, then you have to choose a different building. And it starts with the empty side face up, so it can still be occupied by an animal later. So the empty side is the side that has the point on them, basically the number on them. And once you fill it up, which we'll talk about when we do animals, you just flip it over. If you cover 1 or more spaces with the yellow, then you get the reward. We talked about that. So that's basically building. All right, so animals. So animal card would be a good one to talk about next. So the way the animal card works. Reputation range means is I can play a card from my hand, or along this reputation track, I can play a card at or lower than my reputation from here. There is an additional cost to doing that, which is this value right here, because you still have to pay to play animal cards from your hand. So if I was up here, I could, and I had my animal at level 2, I could do this one, or this one.
And am I reading that right? That before you upgrade
Alright, so that's playing animals. That is pretty straightforward. I'll shuffle these back into the deck. Alright, so the next thing, let's talk about cards. Cards is super simple. Means I can, if I play this at a 4, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I gain 4 money. Now, if you break and you're at a level 4 here, and you go 1, 2, I only get 2 money because that's as far as I could break, even though I played it at a 4, because you caused the break with 2. But if you're playing the sponsor
just make a donation, right?
No.
Without a person?
No. Nope. You have to do one of these in order to do that.
So you can never just make a donation?
Correct. Because the card is perform. In addition to that, you may make a donation. So you have to perform one of the association tasks.
So, and that's the only time you can ever make a donation?
Based on the association card. I can't remember if there's another card.
Okay.
I don't think there is, but generally, yeah.
Okay.
So it's not like you're going
So it's not
to run the
considered
gambit on it.
It's not considered an association task.
No,
It's
and you have to be upgraded to level 2
yeah.
anyway. So yeah.
Well, that makes sense then.
Exactly. All right. So you will only ever get 4 out of the 5 continents potentially.
Yep.
These don't get replaced until the break.
Okay.
Same with these. You're only going to get one of each of those. They don't get replaced until the break. What else do we have? So let's just talk about all the in-game points real quick at the end of the game. So at the end of the game, you still get conservation points or appeal from your final scoring cards, as well as from Ario cards with an in-game icon, which is the hourglass. If no player reaches 10 conservation points, all players should discard one of their final scoring cards, which we'll talk about in a minute. So basically, you're going to score all your final scoring cards, and then you're going to determine your victory points based on your conservation and your appeal. The player with the highest positive victory point total is the winner. In the case of a tie, the tie player who supported the most conservation projects win. So it's got to be a highest positive. So you literally can't win if you don't have a positive number.
So based on that tiebreaker,
Uh-huh.
as the conservation projects roll off,
Yeah.
we have to keep track of them somehow? Is that kind of how I'm understanding that?
You count how many player tokens have been removed from the left side of your player board. Because when one slides off and it comes back, you don't put them back on here. Also,
they just go back to supply. Your
general supply.
Okay.
Also, when you remove these from the side of your board,
Yep.
the yellow ones are a one-time gain. The pink ones will fire every break.
Sweet.
Okay, so keep that in mind. Something to note.
And we get to choose which one we pull?
Yes, every time. All right, so let's talk about playing these cards. So I'm going to put this, I can't really put this, I'm going to put this up high, even though technically they would be down here. But I'm going to put them up here so they're on the screen. So let's say I had these 5 in this order. And let's say I did the build action. So I'm going to pull the build action down. It would be a 3 at this level. I'm going to perform that action. And then I take that and it slides and I put it here. And so everything you do is going to end up being a 1 at the end of your action. And you got to build them back up. When we start the game, you're going to take your animal card and put it at level 1. Then you're going to shuffle the other 4 and randomly put those down in their positions. And you can do that however you want. Another thing to note is that so there are these cross tokens. Remember I talked about those? You can have up to 5 of them at any time whenever you're deciding to take an action, but it has to be at the point of action decision. I can say I'm going to do this, but I'm going to make it a 4. So you can increase a lower number with these, but sometimes you might even want to increase. There are sponsor cards that are higher than 5. So that's the only way to do it. And especially when you upgrade your association to level 2, being able to do multiple associations, you can bounce these on there. You can only ever have 5 of these, so you can ever only buff one with 5, but they don't discount that at all. Another thing you can do is that if you do not want to do or can't do a single action, you can pick a card and you can move it to the front and you can just take one of these cross tokens and put it in your supply.
Okay.
Because that would just be like, well, I can't do anything else, right? Another thing to note, let's talk about the break real quick, just so you know what happens at the break, and then we can start playing. Where is the break? All right, so at the break, this will move down. Eventually, it'll get to here. Whoever triggered the break gains a crossroad token. Everybody has to discard down to their hand limit, which is 3 or 5. If you've got this one, you can keep 5. Then you will deal with any negative or bonus ability. So that 2, whenever you gain that 2 token, or no, I'm sorry. You might gain this 2 token during the game, in which case it goes on one of your cards. That means you can perform that twice whenever you take that action. No matter what at the break, any yellow or blue token comes off, so it can't persist, right? But if you trigger it, it also comes off. Then you're going to bring back all of your workers, and we're going to replenish the association board. Then we're going to get rid of these 2 cards, slide everything down, and refill. Then we're going to do this, which is we're going to collect income according to the appeal of your zoo. So you take the amount of money indicated next to the counter on the appeal track. So if I were here, I would take 17 money, right? So that's another way you're going to get money at the end of every break. You're going to collect income for your kiosks. Each kiosk, you take 1 money for each building, special enclosure, occupied standard enclosure, and pavilion adjacent to it. So it has to be a unique building, a special enclosure, or an occupied standard enclosure, and for every pavilion adjacent to it, you'll get 1 money. A building must share at least one side of the space with the kiosk in order for it to become adjacent. And then we return this back to here, and then whoever didn't trigger the break, it is their turn. Okay. Because when you trigger the break, you'll be like, oh, I'm triggering the break. You take your turn, and then we deal with the break. It doesn't like fire, and then you finish your turn.
So it looks like we get our extra workers from doing different things.
Yeah, so there's
2 of them.
There's 1 here.
Oh, okay.
And there's 1 here. And
over to the on this right.
Yep, and there's 1 here. And you know the way the game is built, is designed. You're probably gonna gain all your workers, or you're gonna upgrade more cards. Like doing both doesn't always work just based on the choices you have to make. As we gain conservation, when you cross or land on here, you will gain these. When you come here, you'll pick which one you want. It'll go away. If there's none left, then that's what you get. So if both of these were gone, which won't happen with 2 players, you get 5 money. This, you will gain 1 of these basically for free. This, you'll gain 1 of these for essentially free. When you get to level 10, the first person that gets to here or further, every player has to take 1 of these 2 in-game cards, because you've got 2 over there that I dealt out, and you have to get rid of 1. So essentially what you're doing is, for that long on the conservation track, you're trying to go, I'm working towards, or when somebody gets there, which one am I closer to, and that's the one you're going to keep. If for some reason we end the game and nobody's got here, which I've never seen happen, everybody just has to discard before the end of the game. At that point.
Okay.
All right, and then first player, based on where that is placed. Start player starts on space 0. So I will, and this will be first player. And I will be second player.
Where's the space?
It's where these go, but I didn't want to, because it hides stuff from you, so I just moved it off because there's since they're sleeved, they're stacked, all that fun stuff.
And I assume that's the discard over there? Then?
That's the discard pile, yeah. There are cards that let you get into the discard pile. You can look at the discard pile anytime you want.
Okay. Does order matter?
No, not
okay.
no.
Right.
No. And I think we're ready to go. I'm sure there's going to be questions come up as we play, but oh wait, I need to just kind of shuffle these back a little bit. Stuff here. I hope nobody wanted these anytime soon. We probably won't go through all the cards. However, what I've noticed is as we get closer to end game, there'll be a lot of drawing and discarding to try and find that one or two card you can play because you're in a point to where I don't have a lot of options, you know?
Yeah.
So. Okay.
So do we start with cards in hand?
Oh, yes. We do. I forgot. Thank you. Alright, so we're each going to draw 8 and choose 4 of them to keep. Oh, they actually go, and then, yeah, so they go face up down there. So you take 4 or 8, I'll take 8, and then you choose 4 you want to keep, and the rest go in the discard.
So I take 8?
Yep, we both take 8.
Oh, yes, I got all the winning cards.
So they recommend keeping, you know, a couple of animal cards and a couple of sponsor cards. You know, the conservation cards are a little harder because you're kind of wanting to get this stuff before you trigger the conservation cards. But, you know, if you feel like it's an easy win because you got that animal card, you know, it wouldn't be a bad thing to keep.
Well, I'm telling you, I got some doozies in here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, same. Okay, I'm going to keep that. Alright, so this is the... It's not going to be a big secret. I'm probably not going to keep... see. Why did I guess those? And I might keep one of these.
And the actions at the bottom of the card trigger one time, right?
They trigger one time, yeah. And again, they can trigger, and that card that they trigger from, because what happens is those trigger when you're done completely with your action. So even keep in mind that if you had an opportunity to play 2 animal cards, you play both animal cards, and then you trigger their actions in any order you want.
I got you.
You don't play animal action, animal action. That's at the end of your action turn that you do the actions on the card. Now, I don't know. Too many petting zoo things. That one.
Well, you did better than me, I think. I got lots of stuff that looks like it would be good.
I mean, I might as well just do that.
Like
so.
4 or 5 rounds in or whatever.
Yeah. All right. So you get to decide which action you want to take first.
So everything else is a building if it's not an animal? Is that the...
Sponsor cards are not building.
I guess they're
animals.
sponsored,
Yeah.
right? Or the...
Those are conservation cards,
Okay.
which are for the association. There's sponsor cards, which are these, and there's animal cards. So building is only for enclosures. Animals are only for animals. Sponsors are for sponsors. Association.
So what is this?
That's a sponsor card.
That's a sponsor card.
Yeah,
Okay.
if it's got the little number thing at the top
okay.
left, and it's usually
It's
kind of,
always a sponsor. Okay.
yeah, and it's usually a blue banner in the middle.
Okay. So I think I am going to I don't have a building, so building isn't good. Well, I guess I can do that. I guess I could do a standard enclosure. Alright, we're gonna go big. We'll go on a build. So I'll do a standard enclosure. And can I make this work? I guess I could go here.
Alright, so it's going to cost you 10. Yep.
But I'll get 5 back.
Yep.
So I've got the 10.
Right.
So I'll just keep 5.
Yep.
Okay, so this all slides.
All right.
What I'm working towards.
Something else to keep in mind. You can't put anything on here or above. Or no, I'm sorry. You can't put anything here or above until that's level 2. Same thing on the reputation track. You have to have your card draw at level 2 to be able to gain up there.
Word.
All right, I'm gonna do an association, and I'm gonna go here and grab that, and go up 1 here.
I'm going to do cards. I'm going to draw 2. And so I don't have to mind hand limit until we get to the break. Okay.
So you did it at what level?
4.
4. So you don't have to discard anything. Cool. All right. I'm going to build for 3. And I'm going to take this, and I'm going to have to pay 6 for that.
So aside from the reptiles, can you move?
No.
You can't move animals once you've placed them?
Cannot. All right, so this is going to go here.
Right.
So now that I've got this connected, every time I play an animal card, I get to ignore a condition of my choice.
This seems rigged.
A little bit. What does yours do?
Gain 2, what is the
appeal?
Ticket? Appeal.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you flip an adjacent standard enclosure to its occupied side.
Okay. So what's interesting about that is it says adjacent, right?
Yes.
So you've got 4 adjacency spots to that?
Correct.
So like, do you want to do 4 ones and like do small animals to gain the 4? Or, you know what I mean? Like trying to decide what to put there.
Well, I guess that was my question is, so like, I mean, it seems like the birds and the snakes, the reptiles are kind of the
onesies.
The ones that, well, and the ones that would flip, right? Like, otherwise you're only going to gain it once.
Right. So depending on how you want to do it, right? If you wanted to say, okay, I'm going to put reptiles in 4 ones, right? So then they would flip all ones. Mm-hmm. And then if you move them into a reptile cage and they flip back over, then you put more ones in there and they flip again. You could
get a couple of
fires from it if you did it that way. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So you did that. All right. So I'm going to. I'm at a 3, but I can't move it. So where's my sponsor? He's at a 4. And so these cards will just go out, like my sponsors just go out to the side. Is that what ends up happening usually?
Yeah, your animal cards, your sponsor cards all just go out to the side, and you can kind of organize them however you want. Okay. The animal cards, you just really need the bottom of them showing in case they have an ongoing effect of some sort. Okay. And the sponsor cards are kind of the same way. Just the bottom of the card typically is what you care about.
Okay. I'm going to get my herpetologist out as a sponsor then. So every time a reptile icon is played in any zoo, I get 3 monies.
Nice. That's a good deal. Alright, I think I'm also going to do a sponsor. I'm going to get this one out. So I get to place the zoo entrance. It does not have to be placed adjacent to another tile. And then for every adjacent building next to it, except for standard enclosures, I gain 2 money on during income next to the side entrance. So I think I'm going to put it, I need to put it somewhere. I don't really want to put it next to water, so I think I'm going to do it here. Because that's considered a side entrance. I'll just do it this way because it'll make more sense. Okay.
Coolio.
Cool Leo.
I am going to do my association for 5. And this guy is going to go here. I'll take that.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
I assume.
I'm going to build an animal. So I'm playing the coconut lorikeet. He costs 7. And he will go in my petting zoo. Now I get 3 for each petting zoo animal I have. So I have this in my zoo, so I gain 1, 2, 3. By the way, this means that until you pass this, you can't be affected by these yellow.
Oh.
So it kind of gives you a little bit of grace period to get there. So I can't get way ahead and then, oh, you're going to stay there because you're constricted or, whatever. So.
And what does this symbol mean?
That means you get to draw some stuff.
You draw and move up on the...
Where did that symbol go? Take 1 card within reputation range or draw a card from the deck.
Okay. So you don't gain reputation on that? You're just either drawn from the...
There or from reputation. So like that would be the only card you could get if you wanted to do that right.
Okay. Alright, we're going to build. So I can go up to a total of 4. We're going to do a standard 2. So that's going to cost me 4. And we're going to put this joker here.
Word. I like it. Alright, I'm going to build. I'm going to build a kiosk. It's going to cost me 2. It's going to go right cha. And I'm going to gain 1 of these for that. And that's it.
Alright, we're going to go on and... cards, take a 2 break. Again, draw 2.
Alright, I'm also drawing 2 cards. Or actually, I'm drawing 3 and discarding 1. Alright, your turn.
Alright, we're going to do sponsor, so we're going to sponsor for... So it'll go 1, 2, 3, alright? We get 3. I'll trigger a break.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn. Alright, so discard down to 3 or 5, depending on... Get rid of stuff. We refill this one and this one. These 2 go away. Whoa! I threw that card down. Alright, so you will get... Alright, you're gonna get... What's that?
Discard? Discard, yeah.
Okay. You're gonna get 5 money.
5 whole money.
I'm gonna get 9 money.
Yep.
And then kiosks, I get 1. And then income gain 2 for each building next to the side entrance, so I gain 2 more. And then that didn't trigger. Already that did it. Okay, so then we go back to here. This is my turn. I'm gonna do another animal for 7. Go in here, and then I will get a 6. Your turn.
I'm glad you did that.
Are you? Do you get something?
No.
Oh.
I get to do something now. Alright, so I'm going to do animals. I'm going to play my boa constrictor for 16.
Ooh.
We'll set that because I'll get some money back here. So he's going to go into this space, which means I'll get 2
Appeal.
appeal. And then Each player ahead of you on a track gains 1 constriction token for each of the tracks you're ahead of. So you'll gain 1.
So constriction, all zoos ahead of yours when they appeal, place 1 constriction token each on the first X action cards from the right on which they're ahead. So that's just 1.
And I assume that triggers before I get the points. Is that or
2?
I guess I don't know if it matters because you're ahead of me either way.
X action cards from the right. If appeal, so I have to put it on association. So strength of an action card with a constriction token is decreased by 2. So even if I did this, it would only be a 3. And then after using it goes away.
Oh, we should have gotten our dudes back, right?
Oh yes, that's correct. Thanks.
Okay.
Or dudettes,
Our workers.
Our workers.
Oh, and then I'll get 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I got 3 here. So there.
Okay.
Oh, and then I get 7 appeal.
7 appeal.
Yeah.
By the way, your appeal, reputation, and conservation gains, you can decide if they fire before or after you do the action on the card.
Gotcha.
That way it can kind of impact what just
Well, and
happened.
I assume probably the same thing with my other ability too.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I think I'm going to build I'm going to pay 6, take a 3, put it here, and then I'll draw a card for that underneath. Your turn.
I need to do that in order to do that. All right, we're gonna do association. So I'm gonna throw my guy here, and I'll grab this one. Put that there. So I'll move up on the.
This or
that track, right?
For which one? Oh, yes, that's correct.
And then I get to flip one of my cards over.
Yep. This is the biggest decision of your life.
Is it?
I don't know.
We're gonna do that one. Then.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's it.
Also, just keep in mind, Zumac completely covered is 7 point or 7. As soon as it's completely covered, it's 7 appeal.
But that doesn't necessarily trigger at the end of the game.
No,
right?
it triggers as soon as it happens.
Well, no, I mean like it's not like it's covering your zoo isn't going to trigger at the end of the game.
No, not at all.
It's
still all based off those 2 tokens crossing
meeting.
each other. Yeah. I am going to do an association, which will get rid of this. It'll only be worth 3, but that's okay. Because I'm going to take this one. Oh, I gotta put my 2 there. Your turn.
We'll do a break. Some cards.
Symbol. Oh yeah, okay.
And having that doesn't count as a symbol, as a requirement for a card, though, right?
Having what?
Your America.
Yes.
Does it? Okay.
Yes, it does. Very much does. But like this card would be 3 cheaper for me, for example, because
3 cheaper, and it covers that. Well, if it had the requirement.
If it had a requirement, yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
correct. Yeah. So I'm going to do cards, but I'm going to bump it up to a 5 with that so I can snap, because I want to take this one.
It fills.
Yep.
Oh, Monkey Park.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of money. What do I need to do? Let's see where this would fit real quick. I can do like okay, I'm gonna build my reptile house. I'll put it here, so that's gonna cost me 10. And I'll get 1 on this track.
All right.
And then when can I make that decision to move it? At any time, or
Right now, you have to make that decision.
like as soon as I played it?
Yeah, it's a one-time decision.
Because you're migrating them out
right
of
now.
that
Yes.
space?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would do that.
Yeah.
And do... it's a 1?
Yep. Yep, that's it. All right, I'm going to build a 2Z. So that'll cost me 4. That sucker's going to go right here. And then that lets me put anything I want at level 1.
Why is that?
Because of that symbol. Lets me put any card I want to level 1.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to keep that one, so that will move to 2.
guess I will sponsor and get 10. Or not 10, 5. So...
Alright, I am also going to sponsor for 4, which will trigger the break.
Is there enough?
There's 4, yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Alright, breaking Z's. So discard down, I don't think I even am close. Well, I got 5.
4.
So those go away, those refill. We don't need to put it up there because nobody can get it.
Oh, because you can only have one of that?
Yep. Get rid of these. Slide, slide, slippity slide. Alright, and then we'll do any income stuff for each empty building. So I gain 2 for that, 1 for my kiosk. You and I both gain 12.
I'll put that in there.
And I think that's it. Goes back to the 2-player.
No.
Nerd dudes come back. Yeah, I'll just forget that one.
Yeah.
All right, and your turn.
Do an association tag. We're going to go here. And I'm going to grab this one, which is going to move me up 1, 2. Allow me to flip a card in a minute. I feel like there was something else. Oh, and then I move up 1 on the... Yep. And then I get an upgrade. Okay. So when you play up here, do you move up the...
No, that's just the icon for this type of card.
I gotcha.
Yeah. All right. All right, animals. I'm gonna play this guy first into here. He will cost me 9. So I can play another one, and I get 4 for that one. I may place. Okay, I'll come back to that in a minute. I'm going to do 10, 11, 12. And we'll put this one in here. It's just a little bit of a waste, but that's alright. And then that gets 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do this to tuck. There's this pouch for 2 more. And then, so this lets me put any card at level 1, which I will leave level my animals at level 1, because that's going to be a while before I do any of that. And it's your turn. And this has some sort of meaning, but I don't remember what it is.
So when my sponsors card says I can play a sponsor card with a total level of X plus 1 from my hand or from within reputation range.
So
it
could
still
do that one.
So it doesn't have to fall. Like, since it's a 2, that would be a 3. I can't play that one though. Cause it's
No,
a 5,
because
right?
it's a 5.
Okay.
Right, and you still have to like pay that as well.
The 3 money.
The 3 money to get it, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, some zoo cards are only playable.
Once you get to past 25.
Yeah, it'll say on the zoo card.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna do sponsors for a total of, or maximum of 3. I'm gonna play Guerrilla Field Research, so I get 2 here,
Okay.
and I get 1 on the
All right.
that track.
So you can flip a card or gain a dude.
We're gonna gain
Yeah.
dude, I think. I think that's a more difficult thing to do right now.
Might be. My turn.
Yep.
I need to do an association. I'm gonna go here and gain this one. Put that there, and I'm gonna flip over my association card. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do a break.
Break!
4, so I'll draw 2.
Taking a break.
Oh my.
I'm also doing a break and drawing 2. Oh my goodness.
And you said the brown is end game points normally?
Yes,
right?
that is
Like on,
correct. Yep.
on the aquarium?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, if it has this magnifying glass, that means it's in game.
Not the
Or
hourglass.
The hourglass, yeah.
Alright, we're going to do an association task. And I'm going to go here, and I'm going to snag this one.
Oh, that's interesting.
How interesting is it?
Of course, can't do that anyway. Okay. I'm gonna move my animal card down and gain 1 of these for my turn. you thinking?
Try not to. It hurts. Thinking I need to get some points on some teams. But I don't see a way right this second.
So it seems like this game is like, get it going. It's a little engine building.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're like getting it going, and at the end it's like, bam, 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 game over.
Right.
It's like, dang it.
Yeah, I can see how that would be the case. A bird. I don't want to do that quite yet. Alright, we're going to build. I'm going to do a space of 3. So that's going to cost me 6. Alright, so if I'm covering up here, I either get something from here or one from here. Is that right? That draw this.
Yeah, but it's got to be
one?
within reputation, so it'll be one of those 3.
Right.
Alright, I'm going to sponsor for 5, but it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll get that back and get 5 money. And that triggers a break. 4. Alright. Oops, sorry. Just go back out.
Was there? Oh no, the green one got bumped.
Oh.
Okay, it'll be a red.
Right.
I'll throw that in the discard.
Dudes come back. And I get 1, 2, 3 for that.
13.
And then 17, so it's 20 total.
Holy crap. You're in the money. You're in the money.
And I think that's it. So your turn. Candace says that there's some long silences where I can see the video but no audio. I said, we might not be talking a lot. We probably need to talk more if anybody else is watching.
Oh, we didn't refresh.
Oh, we didn't refresh, did we? Yep. Refresh! Got it.
Donkey!
I said, we might not be talking a lot.
Release one bird into the wild. Okay.
What is it?
Release one bird into the wild.
One of those finally came out. That's kind of nice. So that means you got to have a bird in your zoo that you can basically get rid of. Whether that's in a standard or bird enclosure.
And the size of the bird dictates the number of points. Is that? As a
So you do an association. You go here, and then you can play that and put a thing on it, and it'll go up here. And then that, and when you put a thing up there, it comes off of these side ones here, so you start getting those things.
So, and when you do that, So, assume I ended up with this.
Yep. Play there.
I play an association for 5.
Yep.
To play this.
Yep.
Do I, at that point,
yes,
have to release one?
Yeah, because you're going to put a cube on there.
And if I don't have a bird to release...
You can't play the card.
You can't play the card.
No. At least that's how I interpret the rules. Let me read it to you, because I had a question about that at 1.2. So it says...
Is that because it is a cost to play the card? Is that why?
If you bring a new conservation project card into play, place it above the association board. If there's already one there, blah, 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 blah. When you take the player token from your zoo map, hang on just a second. Mm-hmm. You may either support a conservation project already in play, or play a conservation project from your hand and support it immediately. Okay. So my interpretation of that is, if you play one from your hand, you have to support it immediately when you play it.
Alright, we're going to do an association. I'm going to buff it by 1 to do...
Which, in a way it kind of makes sense, only because...
There's no point.
Do you want to give somebody an opportunity to get the better scoring? You might as well just hold on to it until you can play it, because it doesn't benefit you otherwise.
Right.
Unless you just really wanted that reputation. But that doesn't seem worth it anyway.
Correct. Alright, we're going to take this one, I think, and I'll upgrade this card so that I can do stuff again.
Oh, crap.
What?
I couldn't have taken that twice.
The only one you can't, well, I'll throw it back in there. The only one you can't take is Australia then. And I would just take it from supply, right?
Yeah, but... Yeah, I'll just take it from the supply, you're right. So I'll just...
I can't take
Australia. Right. I don't know why I accidentally did that.
Well, I was wondering if there was something going on there.
No, I shouldn't have done that. I missed it.
Alright.
Alright, now it's my turn?
Sure.
Alright, I'm going to build. And I'm going to build a 4Z. 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to put them right here. And I'm going to get 5 back. And that's my turn.
Alright, I'm going to play an Aminal card. We're going to go for the big boy here. We're going to play the ostrich, the African ostrich.
Nice.
He's going to cost me 20.
Yeah, he is.
He's going to fill this space.
Until you get a bird habitat.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. And then I get to draw 2.
Nice.
That's all.
Awesome. My turn?
Yas.
Alright. I'm going to do an association. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go ahead and take...
Blue, green, red. Europe, Asia, or Australia.
Red. That'll let me gain this dude. Now I could make a donation, which I think I will do. So it costs me 2. And my donation is going to be... I'm going to do this one. So gain 1, and that gets me a 2 enclosure free that I'm going to put right here because I removed it from the spot to gain that. And that's it.
So with your association flipped over the third thing in there, that you may play conservation project cards from within reputation range.
Yeah.
So that's only from here then?
You may play a conservation project card from within reputation range. So if it was from your hand or, right? So if I go do this, then I can play from my hand because this is that this is that.
So it's only if you're doing that task. It's not an additional.
It's not an additional.
Not a third
no,
thing.
No.
Okay.
Right.
That would be.
Now,
I wanted to play this one.
Right.
But I have to be obviously the reputation range and whatnot.
Right.
Okay. All right, we're gonna do a break of 2, so I can draw 2. That's actually kind of funny.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm doing an animal. So. Back on the screen. So I was trying, and I kind of got it working, but it wasn't clear enough to do this view overlaid on top of that with a transparent background. But I need to get the green screen color for it to work right. But once I do that, then the nice thing is I'll just put a card here and it'll just show up over the top of that. I won't have to switch scenes all the time.
Yeah. Alright, I guess we'll do this even though it's a little... Oh, I can do one or more. Oh, yes, let us do this. Alright, we're going to do sponsors, so this will slide so I can get up to 6. I'm going to play this one, so it'll cost me Trace, or Dose.
Yep.
And then I'm also going to play my Quarantine Lab, which also means I am not affected by venom, constriction, hypnosis, or pilfering, and I gain some points at the end of the game. And I assume this means that on every break...
No, that happens right now.
Oh, that happens right now? I just get one?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, so...
The yellow is immediate with a lightning bolt. It's just a one-time immediate when played thing.
Okay, so I get one of those.
Yep.
And then, so my reptiles say... So it's got an income, and that triggers in the break.
In the income phase, right.
But then it also triggers immediately
Yep.
the thing, right?
Yep.
And is that icons? Like, does my herpetologist icon count?
It's icons in your zoo, so it's.
I mean, I don't know what my do these contain.
That's the only. The icons in your zoo are those and these. That's it.
So I'll get 2.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Cool. Box it up. I don't have a lot of cash baskets left. 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. That doesn't seem like a good idea. I think I'm gonna do.
Hey, the guy that owns this game does not like when you do that to the cards.
He does not. All right, I got a discard one. I think I'm gonna discard. I'm gonna discard this one. So yeah, I'm gonna discard that one. All right, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna do an association task.
Okay.
For 4 plus 1, so I'll get 5. And I'm gonna go her. You want to make sure I'm doing Shing's right?
Oh,
so I went her.
Yep.
With my chipped guy. He's
sure.
He's a little not all there.
Okay.
I'm going to play this card.
Okay.
So it's going to cost me 3.
Yep.
I'm going to throw that out here.
Yep.
I'm going to release this bird.
Okay.
So what does he do? Does he go discard?
Yep.
So I don't get any benefit from him from now on, correct?
Correct. And the enclosure he was in will
flips.
flip back over. Right.
Okay. I get one of those.
Yep.
And then I take something from here.
Yep.
I think we're going to do that.
So you get the 5.
Get that, so then I'll get 5.
Alright, so you get one of those 2 things.
And the 2x means...
So it basically means you take one of these and I say, next time I do this, I'm going to do it twice. Yeah. As 2 separate actions.
I'm money poor, so I'm going to take the 10. And I feel like, was there something else I was needing to do?
Oh. Well, I hope not. That was a lot.
My dude, I get a dude.
Oh, you get a dude? Oh, because you unlocked the other dude. Yep, you did. Okay.
So, this is the... Remind me again what the hand means.
The hand means every break.
So you'll get a 2 enclosure every break now?
Every break, yep. You want to undo that?
Yeah. Well, and only undo it to... So, like, this symbol... Oh, because our cards are different.
Yeah.
So it says X and then the sponsor. What does that mean? Like I pay?
Hang on. What's it look like?
It's got the @ sign, and then it's got an X up in the corner.
You may play a sponsor card from your hand by paying X money, where X is the level of the card, instead of the sponsor amount.
Using the ability.
Right.
I don't know that I like that right now. And I'm gonna copy you and do the same thing and do a twosies. Because I have some space that I need to fill. And is that a may? Like, do I...
On what?
Like, if I don't want to use that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, it's a may because...
It's a benefit to you that you're opting out.
Right, and you may not have room for it, or you may not have a way to place it anyway, so yeah. Alright, is it finally my turn?
Yes.
Okay. I had a plan, and now I forget what it was because of your plan. Oh, wait, this needs to slide down. So that would do that and that, which would do that, which would do that and that. Or I could do that, and that would go there, but that wouldn't help me with that. So, I'm pretty sure...
Oh. Never mind. I missed that trigger.
Okay.
What?
I guess I'm going to do this now. I'm going to do a sponsor. Wait, can I do this? Yeah, I think I can do this. Let me see if I can do this first. Hang on, I got to find this. This is where it gets tricky when it's like, where do I put this?
Because they're not like normal shapes and...
Yeah.
You can do it... Oh, no, you can't. I was going to say down it. And it's got touch, right?
Yeah. I might not be able to do this shit. Well, let me see.
No, you can.
Well, no, because I have to... It's got to be adjacent to something else.
You can do it right across here.
Right
across.
No,
because your build isn't too, is it?
Yeah, it's not. Alright, so I'm going to hold off on that.
No, you can wrap it here.
I can't because it's not double-sided.
Oh.
Otherwise, yeah, I could, but it's not double-sided. So, alright, I'll wait on that because I'll do something else first.
You still could have made it work. I could have gone here. If you really want to.
Oh,
I mean, I'm playing the game for you, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Thanks. You're the man.
You know.
Alright, so I'll play that.
I probably just, gave away the game here.
Probably so. Alright, so that goes there. It's got to go next to a rock, which I did. Each time you play a predator icon in your zone, reveal the topmost X cards of the deck, add one animal card to your hand, discard the other cards. Place next to at least one rock space. Okay. Alright. Your turn.
Why does it have a dinosaur on it?
A dinosaur?
Yeah.
Where's the dinosaur? Oh, it's a lizard. It's a reptile. It's like a hunter icon as well.
I mean, I think I would pull the audience. That looks like a raptor to
Well, it
me.
does look like a velociraptor, but it's a hunter. I think it's a hunter icon.
That's interesting. I assume it's my turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
13. I'm going to go on and draw cards. I'm going to discard one. Your turn.
Okay. All right. I think I'm going to do an association.
Guilty by.
I'm going to take this little dude and put him here. I'm going to name this. So I will get to flip a card. I get 2 of those. I'm also going to pay 5. And I'm going to donate here for 1, which will let me flip another card. So I'm going to flip this for sure. And for that one, I'm going to flip my sponsor card.
So you couldn't do that? You couldn't get a guy? I mean, you can, or
Do what?
on over here. I mean,
I
they
could
get
have,
either
but I
option,
got a
right?
card from here. I got a guy from there.
Oh, okay.
I wanted that one. I wanted to specifically flip 2 cards, so that's why I did it that way. Yeah. Okay, that's my turn.
I see what you did.
I was starting to get limited on my building, and then I have a card that needs that sponsor card flipped. So.
Right. Feel like what was I gonna do? So alright, we're going to sponsor it up. So I have up to 4. I'm going to play Experts and Predators. So this is another one where each time a predator is played in any zoo, I gain 3 monies.
Okay. It's a pretty good deal. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's what the ladies tell me.
Alright, I'm going to... Pretty broke. Alright, I'm going to draw a card, so it's a level 3, so I draw 2, discard 1. Actually, I'm going to bump it up to a 4, so I can just draw 2 and not discard. And I'll have to break 2 for that. Done. Jeez. Why do I keep getting these? That's gonna be interesting.
What is the handshake requirement?
These.
So it's just having...
It's just having one, yeah. And I think I might need to
Okay.
just check something. I wonder if I've been doing this. I wonder if you've been missing that. So check. Where's the break? Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it.
What?
So when you uncover one of these, I was confused by this being here both. When you uncover one, it fires immediately and then during the break. But only these fired during the break.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, because these are immediately...
Yeah. I just started staring at that icon and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did it right. We've been doing it right.
Alright. Animal. You're an animal. Alright. Where
Seth
is
Rogen's
he?
laugh.
I am going to play the Panamanian white-faced capuchin.
Capuchin!
So he will go, he's a twosie, so he will go here.
He's a monkey.
He will get me uno, dos.
Nice.
And then He has a and then I get 5, so 28.
Why? Why do you get 5?
Because of him.
Oh, okay.
And then he has pilfering, so I either get to draw one card from your hand or take 5 money from you.
Well, I don't have 5 money. You can take 3 money. Or you can take a card from
you decide.
Oh, I decide?
Yeah.
And is it just, I get to give you a card?
No. I either draw 1 card from your hand.
Oh, okay.
At random.
Okay.
I assume. Or 5 monies.
Yeah, you can just take a card because I don't love any of these.
Oh, I thought you were in love with them.
No. Truly blind.
Yes!
Which one did you take? Oh, the sponsor card. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's points.
It's points. Yeah.
I mean, it's better than something I'm going to discard.
Right. All right, my turn?
Sure.
Sweet. I can't do that. I'll do this. 1, 2, 3. Take 3 money. No, I actually take 6 money. That was a good deal. And I trigger the brakes.
That's the brakes, and you get an X.
And I get an X.
And you hit all your triggers.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta get rid of them.
I gotta get rid of some cards.
I don't really care about this one. All right, those go away. All right. I'm just gonna refill this because it's easier than trying to keep track of who needs what. I think we both have those, so that's fine. And then we take our dudes back. Dudes! And then we both get 19 money. And then I get 3 from that. And is that it, I think, for me? I think that's it for me.
Okay, so I get 3 off of this, 19, so 22.
Oh, and I also get to build a 2Z for free. Nice.
I think that's it. That's 22.
Take these. Alright.
And then I get a 2Zs if I want.
Mm-hmm.
Power.
That's weird. I didn't imagine that battery was full.
An hour and a half?
Yeah, that shouldn't have gone out that fast. I don't know. Let me throw this other battery in there real quick. I need to climb up here. It's a little hard to reach.
Don't fall, you're kind of old and you might break your head. I love that the audio's still going, so.
Yeah. Like, hang in there, guys. Alright, we're back for now. See how long that one lasts. Weird.
All right, so we did all these?
Yes.
Did we refresh? We didn't refresh
Not
this.
yet, no.
Each time you play an African icon in your zoo, you may finish the current action you may place. Oh, okay. So basically that one's just going to let you keep moving something forward.
Yep.
Did we do, so we did everything else?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so this thing goes back.
Yep.
Alright. Association is here. Alright. We're going to do the association. So it helps me with everything else I need to do. Alright, so I'm going to put this guy here. Take the Americas, which means I get this guy. And then I can make a donation, which I will. I missed that last time. I'm sad about it. We're going to do the one time of $12. So I'll get 5 back. I have enough to cover it, just FYI. Okay. I know you're real worried about it.
I'm so worried about it. It's ridiculous.
I know. Oh, when do we... Oh, when we get to 10, we have to decide on this,
yes,
right?
That's correct. Yeah, I haven't even been looking at mine.
I mean, mine both suck, so...
You need this one.
Yes. Here. Shuffle them back up.
This one's not... Well, this one's not great either. But...
I mean, I've got one that's gain... what is this again?
That's conservation.
Conservation.
Yes.
For large animals in your zoo.
Yeah.
And then the other one is gain conservation for supporting conservation projects.
And... Trying to remember if large is 3 or bigger.
It's 4
or 4
better.
bigger. It's 4 better.
Yeah, it says on here.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and I'm like,
yeah.
maybe that one's going away.
Is it my turn or your turn still?
It's still your turn.
Oh, it's still my turn. Oh, you got done with your turn.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna build. And I gotta pay 10. This sucker's coming out. He's gonna go right here. So I'm gonna cover up 2 things: a draw and a university. No, I'm just covering up the university number. So I'll take that dude there, and then I'm going to take my alligator and put him in here. Which, oh no, not.
Yeah, you get that.
It's not that one. It's my fours, right?
Yep.
So that's gonna go there, and 2 of those in there, and that's it. Do I have any reptile stuff over here? Do you have any reptile stuff? I didn't play a reptile card. I'm just wondering if you have reptile things.
I do.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so if I do a build, I'm going to do a build.
Okay.
Let me say that. I'm going to do a build. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pay 6 to do a 3Z. And that's going up here. And I get an X for that.
Nice.
And then I've got 2 left, right? Because it's a 5. And I can do up to that number.
Yes.
So, explain to me what I get points for. Like, if I do...
All right, so the kiosks...
There's kiosks, pavilions.
Right, so the kiosk is points on adjacent things to it, unique, on every break. Pavilions, and when you play it, it's 1 appeal. That's it. And the pavilions can just go right next to each other all over the place.
But the kiosks have to be 3 away.
Correct. And it shows that right
Yeah.
here and right here.
Yep. Okay. And then... What was the other one? Oh, and then the petting zoo is the 3. And then I can do a 1Z. Alright, so we're going to do... that here.
Mm-hmm.
Cost me 2. And then I'm going to break this.
Also, just to note, just so you know, those have to be occupied to give you the money on the break.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Because nobody's going to visit an unoccupied space, so nobody's going to use the kiosk. Right?
Fair enough. And then I put a 1Z here.
Cool. My turn?
Yeah, I'll do it now.
All right, I'm gonna animal it up. This one's only gonna cost me 12 because of my partnerships. And he's gonna go inside of here.
So I'll do 3.
Now I get to shuffle the discard pile, draw 2, and keep 1.
That's fun.
Yeah. As long as it's 2 I might care about. I mean, I've discarded cards for a reason.
Right.
Ooh! Dude, ginormous. Might be worth an effort. Might be worth the effort, though. I don't care if you see this. I'm going to show the card. This one I don't care about either, but
Pearls. I can't believe you just did that.
all right, done.
All right, we're gonna break or draw cards. So I'll get 3 and discard 1.
Okay.
I feel like it's a
All right.
little.
All right, I'm gonna do.
Why do you throw that over there?
Oh wait, I didn't ask if you were done. I guess.
Yeah, I'm done now.
All right, I'm gonna do sponsor, but I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ouch. Get 10 monies, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a way? I mean, obviously, there's a way to get more of these cards. Is that right? Or different?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that guy.
Did do that. Okay, I'm gonna do sponsors. So, and I'll use my X to bump it, and I'm gonna play 2. It may almost be worth more to do it that way.
All right, I've got to do something real.
Yeah, we're gonna do it this way.
That. Okay. So Candace, we were losing audio when we went to that screen.
Oh, to that one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Because I didn't add an audio device to it. I'm an idiot. It's alright.
Alright, so I'm going to play Engineer. And I'm going to play Guided School Tours. So the Guided School Tours gained 1 conservation for 5 different animal category icons.
Mm-hmm.
So is that every time, or like if I
That's
total them
just
up?
in game, right?
Yeah, it's in game. But I'll also get, I'll get 1 of them now.
Okay.
And then I'll get 1 of these.
So you probably want this or the 5 money, right?
Yeah, I want that. So I just grab 1 from here or from supply?
Nope, from there.
From up here?
Yep.
And then I get 2 more for covering that up.
Alright, now we have to get rid of 1 of these.
I know which one I'm going to get. And then the other thing I played was Engineer. Each time you build at least 1 building with a build action, you may build exactly 1 more of the same kind except for special enclosures at the normal cost. And then I gain 5 extra points for completely covering the map at the end of the game.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to build. I'm going to build 1 of these for 2. Oh, I got to take it from here, don't I? That sucker's going to go right up there. And unfortunately, that's all I'm going to do. Fortunately, unfortunately, but I have plans, so it's all good.
We're going to do that one instead. Okay, I'm going to do animals. I'll do 3. Or 3. I'll do 2 of them. First one is going to be the sloth bear. So he's going to cost me 14 minus 3, so 11. I'll gain 3 back for playing that, because he's a predator. And then he has a boost action where I can place my association card either at 5 or 1.
Okay.
So we'll wait and see what happens there. And then the other thing I'm going to play is, so he's going here. So I'll get 2. And then I'm going to play then I'm going to play the Malayan Taper. So he's going to cost me 14. So there's 10, 14. Interestingly enough, I only kept this card because when I was a youngin',
Story time from Kyle.
yep, when I was a youngin', I worked a summer at the zoo. And it was a research project. And that research project was trying to basically make the Malayan tapers more active.
Mm-hmm.
And so we played with RC cars in the middle of the Malayan taper exhibit, dragging food around for them.
I got you.
And it actually kind of worked.
Okay.
So I got 2 actions I can do. The digging is choose up to 3 cards. Discard a card from the display and replenish, or discard a card from your hand to draw one from the deck. So I'm going to do this, draw, draw, discard,
Okay.
draw. Okay, so all three of those go over there, please. And then I am moving and then the other one doesn't matter because he's already triggered, but I get 6 more. So the taper goes here. And I get 2 more from that, and then 5, and then I feel like I did not get my 6 here. Because we were together.
Mm-hmm.
And I got 10. So I didn't get my 5 from the taper. 43. Alright.
Alright.
I think we did all the things.
Okay.
Wait.
I'm building an animal. It's going to cost me 13. Building that guy.
Oh, posturing. What does posturing do?
And he's going to go here. And up to 3 times, I can place a free kiosk or pavilion.
Oh, that's a nice way to fill in some gaps.
So I'm going to do 2, and I'm going to do a kiosk here. And I'm going to do a pavilion here.
Which triggered what?
So that just gets me one of these. And then that lets me draw a card or do a reputation track thing. Place next to at least 1 rock space. I'll just draw a card. Alright, your turn.
Alright, we're going to do association. And we'll put this dude here, which is going to allow me to wait, did I count that right? So this means I have to have 4, right? Or
That's
this
correct.
is 2?
2, correct.
Okay. That may not be a big deal. I had... Alright.
And these count towards that.
Okay, so I...
Because it's just icons, not specific cards.
Okay, so I for sure have 3 primates, sorry. 1, 2. So I'm going to do... I'm going to go on and do this one to gain 2 here. And I will gain... oh, and then I can do a donation, but I don't have any money. What did I think I was gonna do there?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Well, I'm holding on.
I know.
I'm over here just like, oh, what am I holding on to?
What was I? Oh, so then I get something from the display. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yes, that's correct.
I don't really care for anything on the display. Guess we'll take Cotton Top Tamarind.
Nice.
All right, now it's your turn.
Finally. All
Yep.
right. Association. Just gonna go here. Grab that guy. Put that there. Gain one of those. Done.
Oh, so this shit is.
I feel like I'm doing terrible.
I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so when I do this, I still draw, and then it triggers the break. Is that
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do that. So I'll draw my 2, get my X. Okay. Okay, so we're going through the break, correct? So we got to discard down. Well, that battery didn't last very long.
Oh my goodness. All right. Nobody's watching this. I'm just gonna kill it.
So this is one of those cards that I can only do